Yeah, so no ghost stories here, but I just couldn't leave without taking you to see this thing. So, this is an iron ore dock. So you can see the train tracks up there just about. Now, this thing was built in the 1930s. Back then, of course, there was a rail bridge that went from up there to, well, like, way on back there. Let's see. I think spotted where it used to be. It used to be about there, up there. So you'd have trains loaded with iron ore that would come up onto the dock. They'd stop and they'd dump what was loaded onto them into those chutes there, and those chutes would hold the ore until a ship came up and docked underneath them, at which point those chutes would be opened and the ore would just be loaded onto the ship. So you used to have freighters, ore freighters that would dock on both sides of this thing to load up hundreds of tons of iron ore. So there are two other ore docks that I know of. There's one further west in Marquette. That one's still in active use. There's one in Superior, which is no longer in active use, but this one's actually kind of a small one. Used to have absolutely gigantic ones. Apparently, teenagers in the area used to dive off of that thing. Like, they'd walk to the very front and then they'd dive off of it. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but this water is just startlingly clear. I can see all the little supports for the train bridge, which is, no longer there. So the sign does say no trespassing, but I don't see any cops, so I am going to go ahead and try and get on there. Yeah. Because, how often do you have the opportunity to explore such a cyclopean structure? Whew. This thing just looks awe-inspiring. I'm actually going to hook the camera to my belt for this, so I have both hands free. Okay, I'm actually not going to do that, because I stepped on a nail as soon as I got out to the dock, so at this point I'm really kind of just going to hope that I don't die of some sort of horrible disease. Yeah, that is neat looking though. Yeah. So, Seul Choix Point by morning. Welcome to Seul Choix Point Lighthouse, or in the correct French pronunciation, Shishi. So, it's a nice lighthouse. You probably can't hear me over the weed whip, but so built in. Rather than try to remember this, I'm just going to walk over to the sign that tells me all this directly over there. Yeah, if you really care, you can probably just read that. So, this place is supposedly haunted by the ghost of one of its former keepers. Some dude yeah, he doesn't really do much. He, like he rearranges silverware. He was British, and the thing about that is British and American, like there's two different ways of setting the table. On one side of the Atlantic, we put forks on one side of the plate, and on the other side of the plate. And this incredibly vibrant and interesting individual has apparently returned from beyond the dead to ensure that the table is always set with the forks on whichever side of the plate. So, yeah. And occasionally, like the place smells like cigar smoke. So, really, I'm just here hoping to score free cigars. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Alright, yeah, well, outhouses, I think. Yeah, this place is really in the middle of nowhere. Oh. Once upon a time, it would have taken days to get out here from the nearest town. Those look kind of old. Guess they're actually not. But yeah, for me, it only took like 15 minutes. Because they forgot to post a speed limit sign, so I took the opportunity to do 70 miles an hour down a dirt road. Ooh. Okay. No smoking. Why would anyone choose to spend eternity in a place that doesn't allow smoking? Well, I'll let you know if I see anything interesting ghost-wise, but otherwise, yeah, it's just a cool little lighthouse museum. Yeah. No. Well, that's kind of neat. Origin of castle doctrine. Yeah. Well, that's one outbuilding. So let's see, where else is there? Main building, gift shop. Look at me, I'm disregarding pathways. Huh. I feel like a badass just kind of walking on the grass, even though there's a concrete path right there. Yeah. Interesting, there's those Romanesque arches on here. Guess this building was built around the time that Romanesque was experiencing its brief revival in popularity. Flat bottom boat so you can get up close to the shore. Oh. Now they have a lot of faith. I'm just going to visit the gift shop and pay for visiting all these places. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so obviously we haven't always had refrigeration technology. So what used to happen is you'd, let's see if they have a display on this, or, well, have this ice saw. So you used to go out onto the lake in the winter with one of these big ice saws, and you'd, it's kind of in the name, you'd saw off a chunk of ice, and you'd store it for the summer in a boathouse, kind of like this. And when you wanted crushed ice, you'd, dump it in a little ice crusher thing. This looks like it was attached to a engine, so yeah. Commercial ice crushing machine from Selman Fisheries. Yeah. One of the main commercial uses of ice in the beginning was to preserve fish for overland travel to distributors. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this was like a Indian thing. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in here, but nothing that really fits the bill of ghostliness. Oh, hey. There's the Edmund Fitzgerald. Yeah, well, let's see. So that leaves the gift shop and the main house. I'll ask if I can take the camera inside the main house before I start filming. Well, it's an extremely charming and complete museum. Oh, and let me walk up the tower here. Well, I have to say, if any skeptic would come out here, they do have books of photographs to show you. So apparently, according to the people who work here, there are 5 spirits. Pretty shockingly well documented too. Yeah, people have worked and donated here. There's only so many of them. Yeah, kind of stop here. Well, that is low. I haven't seen anything, but I haven't been here for more than a few minutes, or 2 hours, actually. Oh. This is a nice little place. If I worked here, I'd probably just kind of stick a chair here. Probably wasn't nearly this cool before the invention of, before this place was plumbed for electricity. Without a fan running at the top. Ooh, this is low. Without a fan running at the top, this place would probably be incredibly hot. And evidently they don't let you go all. It's the gallery outside the tower. Been underneath that. And this is still an active lighthouse, so this should probably actually be attached to the little cubby hole, because that's actually used by the Coast Guard. Boy, I could actually just turn this active lighthouse off, but I'm not gonna. Wow, I managed to trip over like a half-inch, yeah. Oh. Ow. Well, this is quite a view. Yeah, and here's our light. It's an LED light. For quite a few years now. Yeah, there's Seul Choix Point. 6 shipwrecks around here. Not a good thing. Yeah. But if I'm not being completely drowned out by the fan here. This is a beautiful view. Lake Michigan is an incredibly filthy, disgusting, not wonderfully clean lake. But I can see the bottom of the lake all the way over there in that bay. Almost as clear as Lake Superior, just in this little area, which is funny because there's, I believe it's a iron mine, or it might just be like a quarry or a sand mine. Yeah, there's the Foghorn House. There's our little outhouses, gift shop. Ooh, formerly one of the keeper's houses. Before that, a barn, boathouse. Well, that is incredibly kind of them. Let's see if I can see all the way to Canada. Well, I can, even without binoculars, but. Well, you know what? It is actually a little bit warm up here, so I'm gonna head back down with my chocolate-covered pretzels and watch these beaches before I head back to civilization, sort of that way. Hopefully, don't run out of gas and buy supper. Then on to Marquette, or not Marquette. We're in Mackinac Island, Mackinac Island, some sort of island. Go down that one backwards because I'm wearing high-heeled shoes. Now, I almost hit my head on that again. Okay, so just just want you to appreciate how low this is. This is me just standing normally. This thing barely comes up above my knees. These hatches are clearly, designers of this place were given a set specific height for the beacon. They're just kind of, I don't know, did a little bit of a kludge job fitting the landing platforms in. Actually, here's something fun I can note. This is original, or at least very, very old glass. There's 2 ways you can tell. First off, glass is almost liquid. So over time it'll flow down. You'll get these kind of crease lines. Additionally, older glass panes were very thin and very far less flexible than today. In fact, they were not flexible at all. As you can see there's a bit of plastic over the top of that. This has been painted shut, and I'm not going to try and ruin someone's hard work with that, but yeah, that glass is well over 100 years old. Made out of lead. Honestly, I think that old glass is better than new glass, because old glass a little bit clearer, not quite as thick. It's objectively not as good, but I like it more. Oh, same deal with this hatch. Again, actually this one is up to my waist. So, if you're enjoying the first lighthouse tour to be conducted by a human tomato, been enjoying getting lots of sun. Unfortunately, due to, got some Indian blood in me, so I turn red when I'm exposed to sunlight. So I am realizing that I have not yet uploaded the video that tells people about my intention to just hold like an open meetup in the southern bit of Michigan. So probably no one's going to show up, because you guys are probably going to get like 2 or 3 days worth of advance notice, but I don't know. This is fun, yeah. So keepers had to carry 2 of these buckets of about this weight all the way up there every 2 hours to refuel the Fresnel lens, which was an oil-burning lamp with an extremely, just burned extremely brightly. Yeah, well, I mean, there's some blueprints. And this is as far as I gotta take the camera. Try not to be too disrespectful to these folks. They run a very nice museum. They don't deserve to have me walking through it, talking loudly to myself. So, let's see the seashore and get back on the road. I think there's a trail around here somewhere. Kind of want to go that little beach over that way that I saw from way up there. Honestly, shame they have the gallery closed off. I mean, that railing is only about knee height, so can't blame them, but yeah, would have been nice. Yeah, there's a trail. So I'll get back to you from the seashore. Yeah. You know, Lake Superior kind of reminds me of a very clear Black Sea. Not quite the Mediterranean because it's extremely cold. Yeah. Well, you can see why they had to have a lighthouse out here. As you can see through here, this is all just a single massive rock formation. Extends all the way out into the lake. Quite a ways out. I don't know how well the camera is picking it up, but I can certainly see a lighter patch out where the shoal nears the surface. That's right there. That's about 200-300 feet off. There it gets out to 400 or 500 feet. Try to go swimming from this beach. Yeah, too much jagged, broken shale. Oh, it's probably quite nice once you're out on the flatter rock formations, but still. Really is absolutely gorgeous. So guess I'll just let you guys go. I'll keep on my little walk here and get back to the truck. Man, I should buy a boat. Man, I should buy a boat. I mean, I hate being immersed in water, but I'm A-okay with being on top of water. I just really hate, like, pointless cairns. So, history lesson. A cairn is a navigation lane or a grave marker. That's neither of those things. That's just some fucking tourist bullshit. Don't make pointless cairns. Even if they're not gonna mislead people by, being mistaken for a trail marking, it's a bad habit to get into. Yeah, so yeah. So, I just want to point one more thing out before I let you go. We are inside that little lagoon you saw earlier from the top of the lighthouse there. Here, something fun. These, I believe, well, I don't know what they... Oh, holy shit. No, these are all shells. All right here. So that little lagoon is full of mussels. Every time there's a storm, they're washed up here. So you have this dense white carpet of shells. It's absolutely everywhere. It's probably also how there is a forest here. I mean, this soil is just, it's not actually soil, it's just rocks. If you saw the shale beach I walked on, these trees are here because of all of these little mussels. They're just dying and releasing their nutritional goodness into the ground to be picked up by plants. A special thing to see. Yeah, so back to the truck.